Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. So I'm just gonna make a quick one, guys, and I'm already late for church, but I'll always show up for you. So in the middle of the night, I think the time was five to one. Umkhonto Wesizwe dropped a statement. We have a very, very, very harsh statement, and that statement was written by Untlamul. And I could see there's a lot of division regarding that statement. There's a lot of division. And Untlamulo was mentioning Ukuthi as the organization, they didn't know that Floyd was going to Malawi, and they are distancing themselves from Floyd. And I could see a lot of hypocrisy. A lot of people were saying, Gubana Floyd is allowed to go wherever he wants to go. And before that statement, a lot of people were saying, what if he's deployed by Uzuma, Tonton? So now when that statement dropped, now it was clear that, okay, fine, he's not deployed. He went on his own personal capacity. And a lot of people are saying, well, he's allowed to go to any other church that he wants to go to. But you are a brand. You are a brand, unfortunately. And someone made an example, a classic example, and said that you can't say, Ubana, when you are a police person. Yes, this person said you are a police person, a policeman, a policewoman, and you say that you are friends with gangsters, and you say in your own personal capacity you're gonna bribe with them and chill with them because you are not at work. It doesn't work like that. You are a brand. If you hang out with gangsters, you are a gangster. Period. So a lot of people I saw, they were trying to defend Floyd. But no, you guys are blowing this out of proportion. Okay. Now I wanna read this statement for you because it's very, very, very harsh. It's very, very, very harsh. And I saw Utsiti, Umatia from CBC News. She said, Ubana, quite an extraordinary for an organization to not back its SG like this. Now, this thing can go two ways. Yeah, well, but also, why in his great wisdom was he hanging out with a fugitive who allegedly took advantage of vulnerable that you claim to present? What a bright idea. Now, this thing can go two ways. Yeah, well, as an organization, you don't throw your person under the bus. It doesn't matter how wrong they are. You have to stick by them. That's another thing. You have to stand by them. But now Ntlamulo throwing Floyd under the bus, well, I'm sure Ntlamulo was not alone. They discussed that thing. For him to release that statement, they discussed that thing, and they discussed Uguti, are we going to back him up or are we throwing him under the bus? And they decided to throw him under the bus, and they did that on purpose. But Itike Ogindo, when they did that, are they only hurting Floyd or are they also hurting themselves? But anyway, honestly, I couldn't care less. But let's get into the statement quickly. It says that Umkhonto Wesizwe Party distances itself from Secretary General's visit to Shepherd Bushiri's church. The Umkhonto Wesizwe Party wishes to categorically distance itself from the recent visits by our Secretary General to the enlightened Christian gathering church led by self-proclaimed prophet Shepherd Bushiri in Malawi. The party wishes to make it unequivocally clear that this visit was not sanctioned, endorsed, or initiated by the leadership or any official structure of the MK party. The Secretary General undertook this visit in his personal capacity without the mandate or the knowledge of the party. Again, on this part where Floyd went there without the knowledge of the party, I do think he is wrong. Even if he was going in his own personal capacity, but he should have informed the organization that I'm going to Malawi. You have to communicate. It's just like a relationship. You have to communicate. So he should have informed them, I'm going to Malawi. So that they don't get shocked like us when it breaks in the news that Floyd is in Malawi. At least they know and he mentioned this to us. I think that's where Floyd is wrong. He should have brought them into confidence. And at least if he brought them into confidence, they would at least defend him now. Yeah, well, they would at least defend him now, but he did not bring them into confidence. which I think was, a mistake. Or maybe he had his reasons for not bringing them. It says that Umkhonto weSizwe Party upholds the rule of law and maintains a zero tolerance stance on criminality in all its forms. That's very harsh. When in an unprecedented case, President Zuma was sent to prison without a trial under the Roman Dutch law. He did not flee from justice, but was incarcerated and served time. Even though it was a miscarriage of justice and a violation of his human rights, we remain firmly opposed to any association with individuals who are fugitives from justice. Our values are rooted in integrity, justice, and accountability. We reject any actions that compromise the reputation and ethics standing of our government. Furthermore, the MK Party strongly condemns all forms of gender-based violence and exploitation of vulnerable communities, especially innocent Christian believers, by individuals who manipulate faith for personal enrichment or to evade justice. Our party stands with the victims of such exploitation and will never align itself with those who use religion as shield to defraud, abuse, and mislead the public. We reiterate our commitment to ethical leadership and to principles of justice, and we call on all members and representatives of MK Party to act in a manner that reflects the highest standards of responsibility and accountability. So it is quite a harsh letter, ukubone, using the words like criminality, ukubone, because at the end of the day, you are addressing your SG. You are not just addressing anyone, whether you like it or not, whether you would like to isolate yourself from the SG, you can't. The SG is the engine of the organization. So the moment you isolate him like that, it's dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. So I saw Uhanki posted a very long thing this morning, but also because Uhanki he's a big supporter of Floyd. So he wrote something very long, which I don't think I'm going to have time to read that thing that he wrote. It's very long. I think than reading Ilanto Kahanki, let me run to the comments, because I need to go to the comments under the Umkhonto weSizwe original post. Because the people that have commented there are the MK people, just to understand how they are feeling, just to understand Uguti, how are they reacting towards this thing. Because we see the journalist, of course, Utsi to tell Bana, why would Floyd hang with fugitives? I see who Clement says, Uti Patsiti, he was also misled about Bushir. So I see the journalists are reacting, and I saw Jackie Pamotsa reacted yesterday as well and said, "What a joke!" Of course, Undlozi would never comment, because I'd love to see him. I'd love to see what he has to say, but of course, he doesn't have that backbone. Unfortunately, he doesn't have that backbone. But let's read. Someone just posted here, just before I go to the comments, someone has said, the MK Code of Conduct under Section 3, offenses J, undertaking international trips and participating in activities and programs that are opposed to the agenda of the MK. By distancing itself from its appointed SG, trip to Malawi, ECG, the MKP has thus confirmed misconduct on the part of its SG. But hey, this is worse. Remember, umtu ethical tonton in the MK Limpopo. Do you think Limpopo would investigate SG? I don't think so. And they would never dismiss him. I don't think they have it in them to dismiss him. So it says here, we are looking forward to seeing if the rule of law is indeed observed by this organization. I don't think they will. They are brave enough to investigate or to take Floyd to the disciplinary, because he has gone against the code of conduct of the organization. Hey, son. So anyway, guys, let me just quickly go to the comments so that I can read what the MK people are feeling, how they are reacting towards this statement that is released by the organization, how they are feeling, because the organization, of course, is not endorsing Floyd. So I do want to see Uguti. what are they feeling? Ayi bethu nana. And asizungazithetha indaba zenu nani niyazithetha ezabanye abantu. Ihamba kanjalo kaloku. Okay, so now let's get into the comments. And I'm glad when I came into this MK post, the first comment that I'm seeing is from Ukhanke, is saying that this is something that Nhlamulo didn't do when Ududuzile Zuma insulted the Secretary General Shivambu on X. The crime of our Secretary General is having powerful associates like many of his counterparts, which is normal for a seasoned revolutionary of his caliber. You didn't steal anyone's money, and a leader must have a social life. This double standards statement remains a statement of Nhlamulo Ndlela and his friends who reposted it simply because they are threatened by the Secretary General. Full stop. Popu Khanke is not a member of Umkhonto weSizwe. I don't even know why they are entertaining him. Someone else has commented and said, freedom of religion and association is what MK fought for. The Shembe Church marries elderly men with teenagers. King Mswati took the party's president's daughter as a wife in the same way he has children younger than his grandchildren. The fight is political and interfaith. I am hurt. Someone else says, will you fire him for supporting a victim of GBV? Or at least just give him a final written prophecy. Next time he attends Bushiri's church, he must bring the whole NEC and come back with lotto numbers. Someone says, Floyd Shivambu certainly did not uphold the party's commitment to ethical leadership and the principles of justice. He did not act in a manner that reflects the highest standard of responsibility and accountability. What now? That's a good question. Someone else says this statement was unnecessary. If indeed the leadership felt strongly that it should be issued, then something like MK notes the visit. Oh, so he's trying to say this. The statement was a little bit harsh. So this person is trying to say if they felt the need for them to release a statement, at least they should have written it like this and say, MKP notes the visit by its SG to Shepherd Bushiri in his personal capacity, and therefore all inquiries should be directed to the SG. They are throwing him under the bus and they are doing it on purpose, and I'm here for it. Cho. Then someone says, Floyd, what have you done? So yeah, guys, like I want you guys to tell me what you think. If you think Floyd made a mistake. Someone says, lol, you guys are scandalous. So a person cannot practice his faith and attend church. You rightfully highlighted that he attends in his personal capacity. So where is the problem? Out of all churches, why would you go to Malawi? Because he could have gone anywhere. There's a reason why Floyd went to Malawi. And I just want to read Floyd's comment, because what he did is when Bushiri posted him that day and said, Bana, we had the presence of SG, he retweeted that post from Bushiri, and he said that this is what he said. He said, thank you, my brother Prophet Bushiri, for hosting us and for the kind words. The government scale amount of work you do to economically, educationally, socially, and spiritually uplift other people is unparalleled now and in history. I know that the leadership and the people of Malawi appreciate and cherish so many massive programs you do for the people on the ground. Continue doing the good work. So Floyd Apa is also acknowledging that Bushiri does work for the people on the ground. Now he is going against what Dr. Ndlozi said, by the way. Then he says at the end, the book says, kindness to the poor is a loan to the Lord. He will repay the lender. Floyd Gelo. And Ndlozi is the one who was saying, Gubana, what is Bushiri doing? Don't. Yeah, so little Floyd was very intentional for going there. He was very intentional, but it question for what? What is there? Someone said he went to Malawi for something else. That Bushiri thing is just a distraction. Someone said that. So do you believe that maybe he went there for something else and this is just a distraction? Lendoga Bushiri. and he calls Ubushiro my brother. Remember when he left the EFF, he said Umalema was he doesn't support Turkish relationships. So Itige Ogindo, Ubushiro, what kind of brother is he? Is he a brother like Malema, or is he a brother like Ndlozi? He also called Ndlozi his brother. One thing about Floyd, he's gonna betray you. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I have to rush to church. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Aluta continua. Leave a comment for me and let me know what you think, because Asana, we can't even enjoy Pasika in peace. Ziakala left, right, and center. I'll see you guys on the next one.